What is up, guys? Welcome back to more of the World of Magic with Mei Lee, our main warrior in this gameplay slash our old Let's Play. Well, we were supposed to level today. We were supposed to level last week. We were supposed to level the month before this video ever came to light. But I have been not really active on doing my YouTube videos because I have something coming up. But all is well now, and I am finally back to doing this lovely hobby we like to call content. Anyways, in the past few months, we have gotten many updates for the prelude of the new era, and I think that it would be just around the good time to start talking about suggestive changes to what we would like to see in the brand new update. So I have just about 5 of them that I grabbed from not only from a long time ago from a couple of videos, but also some of the community Discord and whatever that app name is, Cacao or something like that. So yeah, I grabbed a couple of ideas from those as well. Some ideas that I thought that I agreed with. And here we are. So here are my top 5 ideas that I think would be good suggestions for the world of Magic. So let's go to number 5, which is auto walking / inventory auto walking. Now I know that some people in many games like auto inventory, and they know that it could never be implemented or could be difficult to implement on a device like you on keyboard for computer. You can easily just press WASD or your forward key and you're automatically moving and you're in your inventory with your mouse at the same time. I think that sometimes people look at this as a bug to where you can auto walk and then be in your inventory at the same time, which is, I mean, while it is kind of a bug, it is not a inconvenience to anyone, really. I mean, whenever you open up your chat just to start typing, and then you just stop moving as soon as you finish, I mean, does that not seem like a great idea? You know, now some of these, while the majority of the idea does sound like a bad idea because you're moving and you're talking or whatever, like it could be used for exploits or something like that, I do think we are onto something right now with auto walking and being able to open your inventory while walking, because you can do things. You can look at books, you can probably use, okay, recall scrolls are kind of a little bit OP, but I guess we can work on that. But I think the majority idea is to make progress along bigger maps to still be able to do things while on the go. So bag management in this game is very terrible, which is another idea that I had but I didn't put in this video, and I think it could be something pretty much done before you get to your next map or a training map or something. Like maybe you want to use I don't have it on this account, I don't think, but there are beers or an item that gives you 20% EXP buff and a lot of other things, so you can buff up before you reach to your training map, and then you're like, okay, I'm ready, I just get in here, I'm going. So yeah, I think auto walking and auto inventory is pretty much something, it could be a good idea. I did put, not gonna lie guys, I did put auto follow, but I think that idea is out the window now that I'm thinking about it, because auto follow could be good for some cases. Maybe you just want to follow someone in through maps, but the difference of ping and maybe a little bit of lag could automatically make them just glitch through map doors and stuff. Like I used to play a game that had auto follow, and so it didn't work out so well as soon as you started passing through the doors, and then people would always be lagging behind one another, and then the game would think, okay, so they're too far, so maybe they're not following this person. So yeah. Number 4, party EXP experience adjustments. Yes, I made notes, by the way. Experience adjustments / buff. So, I know most of the time people do not actually care about partying or PT or whatever, but I think that buffs to partying and the 50-50 split is kind of bad whenever you start talking about it in a majority case, to where people who party mostly are people who want to solo but they don't like the party. And the reason for that is because the experience is so bad in the party and there's nothing else in there, because you're splitting drops, you're splitting EXP, and it's like, okay, so you could just set it on free, but they don't really feel like, you know, like doing stuff like that. Because once you're in a party, I mean, at least for me, when I was in a lot of parties and I was training as a warrior, I didn't feel like picking up the items, because, you know, you always had someone else behind you, like a mage or something like that. So it was really not a task for me at all, which I guess is a my fault type thing. So, you know, you can't really blame the World of Magic for that or anything like that. But yeah, I think after a while, you should be able to get some type of buff or something in a party, or at least a reward or something. You know, maybe a little bit of 10% EXP buff while you're in there, so it makes the 50-50 split go up to 60-60. You know, so you get a 10% EXP buff. Now, I know that the split makes no sense. 60-60, yes, okay, it's undivided by 100. But the 10% EXP buff will probably pop above both of your heads, and then the, you know, the 50-50 split won't seem just as bad as if you were losing items or something. You know, at least you would gain something by it. At least when you're in this party, it wouldn't be as bad, you know, or something like that. I don't know. I just think that a little bit of buffs to this, you know, and maybe adjustments to how people can receive the items that they are picking up or another's picking up would be better for a party experience. I'm leaving that up to trial right now. I don't really have the best idea. Oh, hello, James. I don't have the best idea for a party buff or whatever. So, yeah. Anyways, number 3, optional circumstance PvP map situation in arenas. Okay, now this one is going to be a little bit iffy, and I know that people are going to disagree with this, because people always disagree everything PvP, buff, base, whatever, because you're a bunch of crybabies, and it doesn't matter, alright? I'm the one talking here, not you. You're going to listen, and if you don't, you can skip next. Alright, so optional circumstance PvP in map situations or arenas. I think that in the update notes, the World of Magic did talk about PvP and / arena. I think there was some of that in there, but I can't 100% confirm that there is going to be arena, because most of the maps, like I said in the old video, the maps are mostly PvP based, and what it does for players who are new to the game is it makes it harder if you were to combine servers and then they all of a sudden just started to PvP each other, you know. So I think what should happen, you know, in some situations, or in situations that the World of Magic would deem necessary, is that in training maybe you don't have to engage in PvP, and in maybe PvE situations you do not get to interact with PvP players, like purple name and, you know, all that other stuff. Yeah, I think the timers on these are like recently good ideas, or, you know, something. So what I was thinking is like, okay, instead of 2 hour or whatever hour long buff the red buff or the red name is for PvP, you should implement that into a nerf for where PvE and PvP players do not get to interact with each other. Now, probably this would make PvP boring. Yes, I know, it'd make it boring. So which is why white name or black name should be the media core between the two. So if you're black name, maybe you could interact with people training because you just left PvP, and red name is like, okay, you are ultimately engaged, you cannot be receiving buffs right now. But I know this could be a turnaround for some point, because like people just immediately die, go black name and never receive buffs, and receive buffs, I mean, from players around. But I just think that for training there should be, you know, a substantial something. I don't know. I just don't want people to interact with training players. Okay, so is it really too much to ask? Maybe if you're having a war and you don't want someone else to train, then yeah, this is probably the worst idea for you. But if you're just someone who wants to train and you get PvP'd a lot and you do not want to be in these situations, then yes, this is a very good optional idea, which we will come back to on another day as well. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't really like talking about PvP because it's mostly just stupid drama and whatever. Okay, number 2. Better support / report for abnormal activity / hope. This is one that I got from a Discord. From the Discord, I mean. Sorry. This is one that I got from the World of Magic Discord that they released. And it told about players having the ability to report people and report the wrong people, just like bot cards. So what old bot cards, how they used to work and how they were abused, where they would well, basically the TLDR is that it would pop up on your screen, give you the notification that, okay, are you a bot or something like that in your PMs, your private messages, and then you would have to reply to it. And if you didn't, then it would say that you're a bot. That's about it. That's literally it. If you didn't reply in the amount of time that it told you to reply, it would temporarily suspend you from the game. It wouldn't completely ban you, I don't think, but it was used in PvP a lot because they would use it in the middle of PvP, and when the message would go through, you wouldn't be able to. You would have to stall by typing in this message or whatever just to bot check them. So you wouldn't be able to press skills like normal or whatever. So yeah, I do think that botting was a bad thing. But now what I'm thinking is, while we do not have the sorry, my brain's getting mixed up here. While we do not have the ability to report bots, we should be able to receive better support from Comms2S for bots or for abnormal activity in general, such as selling or trading gold. I don't know. It just sounds like an idea. But it sounds like a good idea. Anyways, here's my last idea for a new update. Is better in-game / mid-game experience burnout. This one was a bit weird on the nose because it explained a lot in one video that I explained it in. My gosh, I don't know what's wrong with my brain today. Okay, but basically what this means is there is like a burnout situation here to where players get tired halfway through the game, and it's mostly during the higher levels or just in general, to where if you don't have enough players. And I think the solution to this would probably just to be, while combining servers does sound like a good idea, it does, but in a majority case that combining servers would also cause a lot of problems for a weaker server, to where if someone comes back they don't know where they go, and you know, blah blah blah, or weaker accounts on one server, or they all just transfer over to where the strongest server is, and then it leaves the other players that used to be okay and in a good environment to be weaker. But we're not talking about servers, we're talking about in-game changes, which is one of them. I do think the idea to having a good end-game in the World of Magic is a good idea, but there is no real end-game in the World of Magic. Mostly what you do for the end game is just PvP, or you're just grinding for max equipment. But mostly it's just PvP. Because you have to fight for bosses, you have to fight for mostly just to train too, as well. In some servers, I hear that you have to fight just to train on any account. And it just becomes, it becomes a big hassle to those who just want to play the game, who just want to relax. And I think that's about it. Sorry, I didn't really prep for this video like I did on my other ones. I really just wanted to get a lot of videos out before the update started coming out, which it said in October in the video, but I don't know when that is. And this video is being uploaded on the 18th? I believe today is the 18th. Yes, it is the 18th. So, yeah. Anyways, that's about it. There's my top 5 ideas for the world of magic in the Prelude of the New Era suggestions. These are not exactly the best set. I will admit this video is a bit messy, but if I could do it better, I would. But I really have to get other things out that I want to do. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like, subscribe down below if you're new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye everyone, take care.